what we wanted to solve was data security and integrity. For the system, we ourselves felt very exploited around this space. And of course, I was in this space. I knew, these things are coming up, Chat GPT, GPT transformers. So we started building something around it. And with actually, we started primarily as a blockchain product first to solve the data integrity and peer-to-peer monetization with the community and incentivization to the community using the AI generated content. So that's how we started. We shipped a lot of features, but as we entered deep into 2022, 23, the Web3 scenario wasn't too good. And we started shipping more AI features. So the idea was combine AI content generation and blockchain monetization through, you can create your NFTs, you can open your own NFT store, just like Shopify. We ship those, then yeah, we kind of focused on AI, and that's how we have come to the current state. And yeah, like we and the second part was to bring easy access of these upcoming AI technologies for the users, right? Remove the complexity around so many models, so many different things, very easy, clean interface. Like, why do you have to worry about so many parameters around it, settings and whatnot? So that's our main, platform or the application idea behind it. Like, how can you give very smooth, easy access, and yet with the pro level experience, right? You have all the control over how things work. So that's how we started building out the product, and we've been fixing bugs and improving the experience every day, adding latest models. And yeah, like I'll go ahead and give the mic to Harshal to give us quick intro about what kind of target personas we are looking for, what kind of users can benefit from the application. Harshal, you're on mute.
Hi guys, welcome on board. This is Harshal Jain. I'm the co-founder and CMO, and what we built here, this is a really proud moment for us over here. And just to give you a gist of what we're doing over here, we built Qolaba with a vision, uh, and this vision basically comes from different kinds of people who basically want to use AI or are part of the industry and who basically want to improve themselves with AI. So the first set of people are people who need access to AI. They're the first time users. And this was me a year back when I started using AI, and I suddenly had a fundamental shift in the way things were happening for my comic book studio. Similarly, academics, students who use it for the first time. The second category of people are people who want to get empowered. These are the people who have businesses. These are people who have small businesses, SMEs, uh, large companies, enterprises, etc. These are the people who want to grow with AI. They want to build on existing solutions. They want to either reduce costs or increase productivity and efficiency. And the third category of people that we serve is basically inventors, creators, people who want to create something, people who want to build something, people who want to invent something. These are the people who fall in the category of artists, who fall in the category of inventors, scientists. These are the category of people who are there. Now, if these are the three categories over here, and the ICPs over here starts with students, small businesses, and inventors and creators, that's what we do. We basically give access, number one. Number two, we empower people with AI. So give access to AI, learn, relearn, unlearn, and build on AI. The second category is empower people, existing businesses who are knowledgeable about AI, but help them build further. And the third category is basically of the inventors, scientists. This is innovate. So these are the three things that we do. We give access, we empower, and we innovate. And over here, we have different products that cater to all these three. The product that you have a lifetime deal access on RocketHub to is the dashboard that we have, which individuals can use, teams can use, agencies can use, and certain enterprises can use. But we also have custom solutions that we build for businesses which want a very tailor-made solution for themselves. So we've started catering to education technology, for question paper generators. We've started catering to furniture manufacturers. We've started catering to AI photography enthusiasts, and we've had a tie up with Amazon right now. These are all business deals and business solutions. And the third category is our long-term vision, wherein we are going to give you exceptional solutions which are related to 3D, which are related to innovations, inventions, reverse prompting. These are categories where people will actually come ahead and learn and create something which is groundbreaking through AI. And with that, I'll like to pass the baton on to Samarth, and he'll take you through the demo. And if you have any questions, I don't know how does the question system work over here. How do I get questions
Yep.
here,
So
Karan?
we have a chat which will keep going on the left hand side, on the right hand side, sorry.
Can
So
somebody say
once
a
that
hi so I
chat's
know I'm not speaking to the screen or my co-founders and Karan? Can somebody say a hi on the right hand side?
yeah,
I will.
people are still joining in because they get notifications a little late. So
Okay,
they'll
live.
keep joining in right now.
Okay,
So yeah, someone can say hi. People are live right now. Yeah.
I'll answer
Yep. They
myself. I've said a hi.
okay.
That's me. Who
Yeah,
else?
people say hi. Yeah. Go ahead. Someone say hi.
Anyone here?
Just testing things out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's still
probably this entire conversation was only amongst us right now. If people haven't joined enough.
no, no, yeah, we have like 5 people right now who are joining in. So many people they
Okay,
get the notification a bit late. So
great,
everyone who is there, they will keep joining in and they'll ask questions. Yep.
cool, perfect. Let's go ahead. And are
Yep.
we going to put this recorded session online as
Yep.
well?
Yeah, it's going to be recorded.
Oh, fantastic.
It's already being recorded.
Oh, there's Bhavik. Hi, Bhavik.
So it's already live
Bhavik,
on
can you just
YouTube.
tell me what do you do, where do you come from, and what excites you about AI? See, it's a lot of fun when it's conversational, guys. What happens is, you're talking to real people, and if you have a
Yep.
certain point, or how are you going to benefit from the lifetime deal, it gives us such great amount of insight. And trust me, Prakhar, he's the CTO. He's been burning nights. One good comment makes his day.
Yep.
Oh, thanks, Slice. Cool. So I'll hand the baton to Samarth. Sam, you can unmute and go live.
Yeah, thank you so much, Harshit and Pragar. Can you want me to start the demo or we should wait?
No, yeah, I think we can start with a demo. People can always watch the replay after this. So yeah, once you have this demo, people have more questions about how this thing works and how they can do all of it. So once you have it, then people are joining in. Yep. So we have people coming in there now. All right, let's begin.
Okay, awesome. So thank you, Harshit and Pragar. Thank you, Karan, for giving us this opportunity to of launching a lifetime deal on RocketHub and also this webinar. So quick introduction, about myself. I am one of the co-founders and the CEO of Qolaba. But I've been, a technology geek since you can say childhood. I was assembling computers in fifth standard, 11th and 12th standard. I was the computer club president of my school. So at that time, I was still into a little bit into AI and quantum, computing, but did not expect, AI to come in, at this time, when
I'll
we
add
are,
another point. He was one of the Delhi's top CS player in Delhi, probably in India at that time.
Wha-
I think it was 2005, 2006, maybe, Sam.
Cou-
He was a
Counter
top
Strike.
CS player.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just confirm it to be true. Average on Counter Strike. Yeah. So
Okay,
my
that's
point
nice.
being, I was into technology from a childhood, but this AI was they did not see it coming. But as soon as ChatGPT Mid Journey came in, I always was into technology, but could not get that deep into it, or why? Because technology was okay, it will take you from A to B, A to C, but still, the work was not that engaging for me until I got into, AI, even before doing a startup before this as well. Because now actually, you can go like this, your mind can also go, your work can also go. So in that sense, AI is very empowering. And I would just like to share one personal anecdote. People think AI will replace you and this and that, which is true, but the thing is, we need to be on top of AI. So how do you be on top of AI? The only way you can be on top of AI is that your consciousness is more elevated than AI, and then you control AI. AI does not control you. So that's how you have to be well read. You have to be physically, mentally fit. That is the only way you can be above AI. And this, as a personal anecdote of using very heavily AI tools from the last 2.5 years, people can notice if you're in a very good mood, you will have much better uses of chat gpt. If say you're in a bad mood, or you're feeling low energy, the amount of output you'll get, the effectiveness of AI tools will be much higher when you're in a very good mood. So having said that, I'll just share my screen. I
And
will go.
you know,
Yes, Karan.
before we dive into something, you know, many people are worried about one thing, which is how did you guys get your name? So they
That's
have
a long
they have
story.
they have like how do we pronounce it? Is it Qolaba? Is it Qolaba? Is it, you know? So you know, if some people can pronounce it, some people are having hard time. How do we
There's a
even,
very
So
interesting story around
actually,
it.
yeah,
So
actually, Prakhar thought of the name,
yeah,
and
how did you come up with that?
yeah,
so
Prakhar, go ahead.
we actually, me and my partner, this was our second venture together. And the first company we built, it was named Autosphere, like a sphere, right? So it was very difficult in different dialects, different languages to say. Then during this time, we wanted something which is just a sound and everyone can say all languages around the world will be the same. So we have spoken to French, Russian, American, everyone, they just say Kolaba. Like it's very natural. No one has said it any other way, and we've never said how the pronunciation works. So that's how, like, yeah, we thought around it that it should be just a sound, and everyone just relates with it. That's it. And actually, Kolaba, it starts with a C. It's a city in
Yeah,
Mumbai. It's a
Mumbai.
small
Yeah,
town in Mumbai,
yeah.
and yeah, like initially, yeah, I was just wanted some connection to India.
Oh, okay, yeah. And many people even wrote it. I mean, some of the people wrote it. Is it equivalent to that Qolaba city in Mumbai, or
It
how
has
does
a
it work?
reference. It has a reference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, makes sense. Yeah, cool. I think
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good thing.
So we've seen, more than 95% of people actually pronounce it Kolaba only throughout, the world. So that was, I think, Prakhar's intention, that it's just a name, a sound. It does not, have a meaning attached to it.
And more than
Correct.
60% of the people who visit India visit Colaba, because in Bombay, that's the place they actually go to.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
colonial
yeah,
South Bombay. So yeah, it's like the
correct,
heart of the city, like that.
correct. Yeah, makes sense. Cool. So thanks for it. So let's get started.
Okay, awesome. I'm just sharing my screen.
Yep.
Yeah. I think my screen is visible.
Yep.
Yeah. So we just start from scratch. So Kolaba.ai is a website. Once you are inside the website, you can either log in or sign up. Once you're signed in or once you've signed up or logged in, the dashboard button will come here. You click on the dashboard button and you arrive inside the dashboard. So just a quick check. So whenever you log in, just click on this, arrow down and see if you're in the right organization or not. So this is the Kolaba organization. I also have a personal account which is a different credit system than the organization, but we internally use Kolaba as well. So we are in the Kolaba organization. If you see, it has, these are our team members, 30 members. Yeah. Now I'm in the dashboard. So in the dashboard you have, how many monthly credits are there, 30 members. Then on top also you have the total credits left in the organization plan. If I go to the member section, I have different people of my team using the software. And you can see Kashyap, image slash speech credits utilized, chatbot credits utilized, total credits utilized, member status, active, etc. So this is a bucket of credits. Whoever uses credits will get deducted from this whole bucket. An admin can invite somebody by just clicking this button invite. You can enter their email and either invite them as an admin or member. If you invite them as an admin, then they can also invite further people. If you invite them as a member, then they cannot invite other people. As in the coming month, we are releasing workspaces also, where you will be able to create, sub brands under an organization. This is the profile section. You can upload your image if you want, or the admin, whoever has created the organization, can also delete it. The history section only shows you your history. Okay, and now if you go, this is the history, whatever images, speech I have created. It will not show the chatbot history right here. If I've created any videos, that also will come here. This is my personal history. I can go to the community wall. This is the community wall of the entire world, whoever is using Colaba. It will have images, audio, and video. Text to video is also coming next month. So you kind of have a free stock library here. Why free? Because whenever somebody creates an asset on Qolaba, they have an option of making it public or private. So, guys, please excuse me if I look in the other direction. I am looking at my other screen. So, and so I hope the community wall is clear. Now, before going into the AI tools, you have documentation here. If you click here, you'll have documentation on how to use the AI tools, different ones listed here. On the help center side, you can email us or you can join our Discord server, and we have live chat support there. You can just raise a ticket, and mostly we're available 24 hours around the clock. Now going into the actual tooling. So Prakhar, have I missed anything till now, or should I go into the tooling?
Yeah, everything's covered.
Okay, great. Just one last thing. So if anybody your credits get over, you can click here and also buy credits, top up credits if you want. Yeah. Now moving on to the main tooling. So we first have, a chatbot. You can click on this button to get more space so that, it's clear. Now, if you click here on this area where GPT-4o mini is written, you have all the top tier LLMs available in the market right now, whether be it from OpenAI. These four models are from OpenAI. This is an NVIDIA model, which was trained on the Llama model, which is supposedly as good as Claude Sonnet and GPT-4o. This is Grok from XAI, Gemini 1.5 Pro and Flash from Google. Mistral is again, one of the leading companies in LLMs, but they are also open source. Claude is from Anthropic, and the Llama models are from Meta, and Perplexity are the leaders in internet-based research. So basically, you click here, you type hi, the chatbot will start working. I say okay, give me the top 10 AI tools for marketing. I type in a prompt. If I want, I can close this, click on this button to stop the generation. So if you see, I clicked on this button, the generation stopped. There is also a regenerate button. If I click on this regenerate button, it will rerun this prompt. So I just click on this. Yeah. So now the response is completed. It gives me the top 10 AI tools for marketing. Now, there's one very, simple feature, but which can provide a lot of value. You can edit, the last response there and then. So say, you're doing some work, you wrote an email, you can edit it right here. I want to delete this. Okay. And I will click on save. Now, the this serves two values. One is this content you have finalized, so you can copy and take it to say a Google Doc. The other is when you reprompt now, when I type in the third prompt, okay, go into detail of Crimson XLM. If I type this, then what it'll do is it will feed the LLM the corrected response or the edited response that I have. So you'll get a better response if you've edited some stuff, because that is what it will feed to the LLM. If you say you do not like a response and you would like a response from another LLM, so you can just switch the LLM right here. So I'll go to Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Okay. And I did not like the response, right? So I will now paste give me the top 10 AI tools for marketing. Now I have switched the LLM, but even Claude will remember the complete context of the previous chat. So you can switch LLMs, right in that window, and the context will be remembered. This is again, one feature. Now on the left side, you see assistants. So we have some predefined assistants that we have trained on some data and given detailed system prompts. So like say marketing strategist, content creator, these are around 30 assistants spread through the entire business functions. So mostly, all business functions will be covered here. And these are pretty,
And I
yes,
had a
correct.
question before we move ahead, which is people can create as many agents as they want, right? Or there is a
Yes,
limit to
correct.
it.
They can create as many agents as they want.
Okay.
So one is you have predefined agents, then you can create your agents. So these
Mm,
predefined agents are also, they will make you think. They'll not just give you a straight response. I'll just take an example. If I say I select the content creator agent, I say okay, create a script for promoting ChatGPT, for promoting AI tools on YouTube. If I just tell it, right? And this content creator agent is selected. Now, what will happen is mostly, if you go to ChatGPT or Claude without the agent, it'll straight away give you the script. But these agents are, the system prompt and the data is given to them. That they'll first ask you questions. Okay, would you prefer a specific focus, this autofill? So they will generally, ask you questions so that they have the relevant data and then they'll give you the response. So the agents are constructed in that way. They'll not just give you a response, straight away. So even these agents are, whatever, if you are doing some specific work, you can directly go ahead and use these agents like an HR recruiter, sales agent. Then you can create your own agents. It's very simple. You click this button, you select the base model, but even if you select any, it will not matter, because once the agent is created, you can go back and always change the LLM on which your agent will work. So say you create your agent, you can give it a name, you can give it a tagline, and then you can upload docs to train the agent on that data. And but this is the most important part of the agent, the system prompt. So as an example, I'll go to the Qolaba support agent I've created, and this is the detailed system prompt on how the agent will behave. The
Got it.
better this system prompt is, the better your agent will perform. So just one hack: to create the system prompt, you use a model like O1 Preview. So O1 Preview is like 300x, costlier than GPT-4o Mini, but on research, analysis, and prompt making, it's an excellent tool. So you talk to GPT-4o, use it to create this prompt. Once if the prompt is very good, then you can achieve, 80 to 90% of accuracy of GPT-4o with GPT-4o Mini. Again, GPT-4o Mini is also 20x, cheaper than GPT-4o. So you do not need to use, once if you've created good agents, you can use the expensive models very sparingly. So now coming to say the temperature aspect. So the lower the temperature, the more to the point, precise, and formal AI will be. Okay, so this is good for say research, analysis, or say you want to draft emails. And the higher the temperature will be, is the more creative the output will be. This means you want to create scripts, stories, for creative stuff or thinking out of the box. You should use a higher temperature. So we suggest, if you're doing normal work, you keep it at 0.5. Then
Okay.
we have two kinds of internet searches. Yes, Karan, do we have a question?
No, no, yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
fine. Good.
two.
Yep.
So we have two types of internet search. One is available through this button. This internet search is powered by a platform called as Tabili, which is backed by the founder of uh, by Andrew Ng. So he's one of the leading godfathers in AI. This startup is backed by him. This will go to the internet, search the relevant stuff, so we can probably take a test.
Yeah, let's do it. It's pretty interesting.
Okay, give me the latest political news from USA since November 15, 2024. So I'm giving the prompt, give me the latest political news from the USA since November 15, 2024. And the internet search is on. I have GPT-4o as the selected model. This is the generate button, or you can hit enter.
Hmm.
So let's wait for
So
the
they
response.
can use any model to with internet search, right?
Yeah,
It's not
correct.
just GPT.
So how this works is, when you give it the prompt, right, it will first go to the third party application Tavili to fetch data from the internet. Then it will take that data and pass it through that LLM. Prakhar, am I
Okay.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why you can use any LLM. But I'll come to the other internet search part, which is Perplexity, once we've covered this. So now it will give you, here is a summary of the latest political news from the USA. Now, but with, as it goes with AI, do not take anything on face value. AI is not at that level that you can trust it blindly. So you will see sources also mentioned here, right? So it says 2024 presidential elections. There's some news, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are intensifying their campaigns. Okay. swing state campaigns. Let's click on the source and check the date also. So it shows 5th November 2024. Or if we come down here, yeah. So it's giving us latest news from November. Probably there is not much news, since November 15. But always go and verify the sources. So we are here now. Probably just look at the date, on what date you're getting the information from. So you can always go and check, if this is one source AP News, I think this is the same one.
Got it.
Okay, this is also the same. But my point being, it'll give you the latest result, but please go and verify once, through the AI. So this is one kind of internet search. The other kind of internet search is available through the perplexity models. If you select perplexity, this internet search will go away because both of them will not work in the same time. Again, I'll give it the same prompt to perplexity. Now this is gonna give me results as you will get on perplexity.com. And in the end, it will give you sources also, so that again you can go and verify. So again, I'll go and verify the date of the. So November 15, 2024, it gives me, as up to my prompt. So always go and verify. Any questions still here?
No, not till now.
Cool.
Everything's looking good.
Awesome.
Yep.
So you can always start a new chat from here. Now on the right side, you see there are some options. So I'll just take, everyone through these options. So this is your chat history. If you click here, your chat history will come, whatever chat you have. You can search through the entire chat history. Say I type a keyword Hindi, which is the main language of India. It is now giving me all the chats in which Hindi is mentioned. So I can now go to this chat. So this is the chat search. If you want, you can pin your chats. You can edit the name of the chat. And you can also delete chats. So this is how, you play around with chat. Then you see there's another option, saved prompt. So you can save your prompts. So very large prompts, you can save. Saving a prompt is simple. You can click on the plus button, give the prompt title and type your prompt. This is one way to save a prompt. The other way is you click this button, save prompt. It's now saved in one click. And you can go and now edit it. This was, this was the name of the prompt. It will take the name of the prompt as the first line. And after it, the prompt is coming. So the prompt saving session. Now the third is uploaded files. Now, before going into here, I'd like to show you what this plus button does. So if you click the plus button, you can add a file from here. So you click here and you can, right now we support doc, txt, PDF and images. So these are the files we support. CSV is coming soon. So you can click here and upload files if you want. Also, it will show you your history files also from here. So once you upload a file, there's no need to upload the file again in Qolaba. The file will be there forever unless and until you delete it. So this is, and you can upload, yes, Karan.
So there's no like people have, right, that this is the limit or this is the duration for which the file will be there and then it will be deleted automatically.
No, it's
that's
there
not the
forever
concept.
unless and until you delete it.
Okay.
And for files, you have, maximum of 1,000 pages for a doc or a PDF.
Correct. So there's an FUP involved. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Also in PDF, it will not read the images right now. We're working on that. It will only extract the text from the PDF. Similarly for a doc and txt file.
Got it.
And the max file is 20 MB. So if it's a 1,000-page file, 100 MB, that will not be allowed.
Got it. Okay.
And you can upload
Makes
20 files together or 10 images in one
go. Makes sense.
Okay. So one thing, images are not stored, in the history. Only doc.
Images are not stored. Okay.
Images are not stored. Images, this is coming from the history of the images that I have created. Okay. But if you upload an image, it will not be stored in the history. Only your files, doc, txt, pdf, those are stored.
So even if they upload by chance they upload image, I mean, so it won't be stored for long, or it won't accept any PNGs,
No, it'll accept images. So I'll just
but it
so let's
won't keep
take.
it there for long. That's what
It
you're
will
saying.
not keep it in memory. So
Got it. Okay.
it
Yeah,
has
makes
taken
sense.
this image. Okay, I'll just take an example.
Yeah.
So I'll upload some images. Okay, uploaded three random images. I'll add them to chat. I'll probably say analyze these images. Okay, this we're working on basically enhancing, our image section editing. So that's why we have these images. So now it will analyze these images, but it will not store it in the memory. If you see here
Got it.
also, right, docx this, and one there is one more thing. If you click the plus button, you can also add a URL.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
so you can scrap a website, but this will not scrap the entire domain right now. We're working on that. If you need to scrap an entire domain, you will need to go and individually paste the links. Like, if you want to scrape a website, five links, you can paste one by one. So I'll just take an example of, say, our website and RocketHub. So I'll take ours first. I'll paste it. It's now this circle is moving, so this shows that the data is being scrapped. Till then, I'll go and any public link you can scrap ideally.
Got it.
Any public link you can scrap. So this will scrap. So let's just wait for that. Till then, I'll open another window. Yeah, so if you see, this has been scrapped and this is
Hmm.
coming selected here. This is still being worked on. Yeah. So also now coming back to this uploaded. So this will show you, all the links and the files that you have done. It does not have images, you can see. PDF, TXT, and the
Got it.
links are there. These, if they're done once, so now these are done. I can click them add to chat.
Okay.
Okay. Probably I can ask what is Qolaba, what is Rocket Hub. So Qolaba is an AI-powered content creation platform. Okay.
Hmm.
RocketHub is a platform that offers various product services, often in the form of deals on software and tools, and it is also showing you the source, right?
Yep.
Because it's taking the source as the links that I gave it.
Got it. So these things can be any public URL, for example, a blog post, and it can
Yeah,
it
correct.
can
Any
kind of
public URL.
craft summaries from that particular blog post, right? So, for example,
Absolutely.
if it's a news article. For example, you're mentioning about the U.S. elections, and then I
Yeah,
would say, based on this URL, craft a summary of what happened in the during the session, stuff like that, and I
absolutely.
can
That
literally craft a whole blog post and publish it to my site, just like copy and paste.
correct. Yeah. So I've taken this, but
Okay,
there are some links which are public which might not be scrappable. It depends on the security, of their website. Prakar, can you add something here? Does
makes
this
sense.
happen?
Yeah, some websites they have those preventions. The scrolling doesn't happen, but most of the public news articles domains they usually work.
Got it. Let's choose an Indian site. They won't have these issues.
So maybe I've just added this BBC news, okay, and I've
Okay.
given a prompt based on the BBC news. Craft a LinkedIn post. Okay, so
Yeah,
now it's
correct.
needs a
That's what I
draft
want.
link. Yeah. As we look towards the future, President-elect Donald Trump is set to be inaugurated on January 2020. This makes a pivotal moment as he
Hmm.
prepares to assume the responsibilities of the presidency. Yeah. So you have, currently your use case right there.
Got it.
Got
So
it.
now anyone who works in politics and likes to like just post about it, they can use it for this case. Just
Yeah.
post a summary of what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So actually, this is the problem with, AI, right? Everybody has a use case. So,
correct.
so whatever work you're doing, if somebody does a lot of research and this and that, depending on the work they're doing, they can scrap the website and accordingly they can give a prompt.
Makes sense.
Coming to the last section of the chatbot, we have knowledge bases. So you can create your knowledge base. So you just click on this button. So basically, a knowledge base is a collection of files and images. Instead of your files and images showing up individually like this, it'll- so let's create a knowledge base. We call it Rocket Hub. Okay, you can either add new files here, pdf.txt. Okay, or you can also choose from history. So say one is I will add a Rocket Hub link to this. So a knowledge base can have links and files both. And I'll probably
And the
name
links
this.
are also there in it, so you can select the links also. Once
Huh.
the ones you've scraped already, choose
Got
the
it.
drop down
Yeah.
URLs.
Cool. So basically, if you go from history, also you can select files, URLs, and images. Right, the images that it will show is the images you have created in the platform, not uploaded. Just wanted to verify this. So file you can choose here. So I'll just say take this random file. URL I've already added this, but you can so rockethub.com, but you can also choose from history and add to knowledge base. And now you have a knowledge base. You can add as many files or links. In the knowledge base, you can also, I think we are working on adding images. Is that right, Prakat? Yeah. So you'll also be able to add images and it'll be inside the knowledge base itself. Now, how to
Okay.
use the knowledge base? So you've created this knowledge base. Click here, click on the, click here then click on add to chat. Now you have this knowledge base added. The files are not coming individually. It's coming, inside this whole bubble. What do you say? Yes, correct. So that is a demo of the chatbot. Are there any questions?
Nope. I think people are just watching. They will have questions like to at the end when you have
Oh,
been
awesome.
done. Yep.
So
But yeah,
Karan,
someone is showing you good. I think they're using it. I think you
thank
might
you so
know
much,
these guys.
Rajapreneur. Pleasure. Awesome. So yeah, so we've gone to the chatbot. Prakhar, is there anything we need to cover in the chatbot?
Yeah, yeah, I think everything's covered. Yes, you
Okay.
can create a prompt at least from this knowledge base. There's one selected. Uh, there were two things, right? ATOS was there, knowledge base was Rocket was there. So yes.
Okay, I'll give it a first response. Analyze the knowledge base and tell me what's inside it. So let's see, how it fares. So it says the knowledge base contains variety of documents and information, including there was an invoice. That's correct. Product listings on Rocket Hub, and they basically I gave it a Rocket Hub link and this invoice. So yeah, it's working. And soon you'll be able to add knowledge bases inside the assistant as well. So we actually added it, but there's was some error that is coming, so we just removed it for now. So you can add your files and also the knowledge base. Now we'll move to the next section, which is the imaging features. This is the text to image part. Again, you can click on this button, you'll get more space. If you click here also, you'll get more space. Usually this is for advanced people, but it's not that advanced also. So going to the imaging section, you can choose various models. So all the top imaging models right now in the industry are here. uh, you know Only Mid Journey is not there because they don't offer an API. As soon as Mid Journey offers an API, Mid Journey will also be here. So you have Flux here. Flux 1.41 is the latest model. Then you have Imagen, Google Imagen 3, Ideogram V2, and then you have DALI 3. Then stabilities models SD 3.5, SDXL3 are also there. One Leonardo
Uh,
model is also there. Yes, Karan.
nice. Many have a question like, do you guys recommend, let's say, which model as I don't
Good
know,
question.
because like, yeah, because
That's a
that
good
might be
question.
helpful for
Yeah, yeah,
people. Which model can
absolutely.
deliver the best,
So
results?
Flux 1.1 and Flux Dev, are the best for creating realistic images of humans, apart from other images.
So I'll add one
Okay.
point here. Actually,
Yeah.
these are given the leaderboard of these models, these are set accordingly. Like the Flux Pro is the topmost model right now on a leaderboard, then Flux Dev is a second, Recraft is a third. So it's like
Got it.
kind of
So
sorted
these are
already.
already set in the order of
Yeah,
good
yeah.
delivery. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and also, right, say you want to produce text on top of images, right? So the best
Hmm.
models that work there are Flux and Ideograph.
Got it.
Okay,
Okay.
DALI and SD are not that good at producing text on top of images. So the models you
Got
can select. So now, if you select a model, say Flux Dev is selected,
it.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you see this generate button is coming, and 9 credits it shows. There is no prompt right now, so I'll just give it a prompt. Man on moon, alligator on his left side. Now, if you see this generate button has turned orange. So each model, now one image is selected. I'm creating one image. So whatever model you select, the credits are different. So Flux Dev is 9 credits. Flux 1.1 is 16.
Hmm.
Recraft
Hmm.
V3 is 22. Okay. And then, say DALI is 12. Qolaba is 3. Okay. And then accordingly,
Correct.
you have credit. So why Qolaba is so cheap is because this is on our own infrastructure. This is an open source stable diffusion model fine tuned on our own infrastructure. So for basic use cases, this will work well. If you need some very high quality visuals, or you need text on top of images, then you can use other models. So i
Correct. Correct.
I recommend everybody try out a few prompts with each model, see what you like, what kind of visuals you like, and this and
Yeah,
that.
this was even a recommendation by Writerpreneur to you. Say having a little info about what each model is best, that would be really helpful in the app. I think you got on a call with Samarth, then it was really helpful, but having that info would be great. So I think
Absolutely.
you
I
can
will
have that.
document
Yeah,
something, and Karan, you can pass it on to the community. You can
sure.
also have it
Done.
up on the website.
Perfect.
So yeah, let's take Flux 1.1 Pro as an example. Okay. I'll select 4 images. You can create up to 8 images in one go. You can change
Yeah,
the resolutions from here,
got it.
landscape, portrait. This option, SD resolution, I recommend everybody turn it off. Okay, why? Because what it does, it will create an image. Before presenting the image to you, it will upscale it and show it to you. You can always upscale it later on once you like the output. Okay, but if there's some very specific work, you are less on time, you can go ahead and straight away use it. So we'll create, say landscape images of man on moon, alligator on his left side, 4 images. I'll give it a generate prompt. Let's wait for this to come. We'll go ahead and use another model till then. So again, I'm in the text to image space. Now you see this has 4 options, but there are some models which are on our own infrastructure like Qolaba, okay, HD 3.5 medium. These have little more options known as more. What this option is basically, you can create social media creatives in the exact resolution that you want. Say you want to create a LinkedIn banner. You click on this, come here and select banner. Personal profile banner. Okay. I will choose a model Flux 1.1 Pro because or Recraft V3 because they are the best at text. So Recraft V3 I'll choose. I will select again LinkedIn personal profile banner. Okay, create a LinkedIn banner with the text Samadrupta Gen AI consultant. I'll choose 4 images. I will hit generate. Okay, I forgot to hit the generate button, I think here.
And
Let's wait.
if, let's say, if someone likes one of the 4 images, can they click on that and then ask to regenerate more images of
Yes,
that kind?
correct. Let's see that also. So also, if you see, here is an option of private and public session,
Hmm.
right? So if this is now it's a private session, so these images will not be on the community wall.
Got
Okay.
it. So it won't be, and
Yeah.
who can access community wall? Is it
Anybody can
everyone
access.
who is
Yeah.
using?
Whoever logs into
Okay.
Kolaba, either they have a paid account or a free account, can access the community wall. So if Just
Got
be
it.
cautious. You just turn it on if you don't want your things to go out in the public. Now my prompt was create
That's
a
like a
weekly
very
planner.
very. It's if you're being very naughty, then you don't need to show that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
all right.
So
Okay.
here, I created a banner. You know,
It literally like takes a Indian, right, and then just any Gupta and puts it over there.
correct. Yeah. So if you see, this model is great at text. So all the spelling is correct. SAMART Gupta, Gen AI consultant.
Hmm.
Okay. And if you see across the outputs, it's not like one or two is getting correct. So this is the best model. It can even create, basic infographics and flowcharts. Is that right, Prakhar? You tested that out, right?
Yeah, you can go crazy with that. Like, yeah, text written
And
with
and
flowers,
if you
text
give
written
it
with
if you give
chocolate.
it the exact dimensions of Indian, like it will create the exact dimensions.
It will follow. Yeah, these newer models, they follow instructions line by line, where you can give detailed instructions.
Okay.
So going back to a previous prompt, this was in the landscape, 1920 by 1080 resolution. So the prompt was, man on moon, alligator on his left side. So, for people beginning in the image space, you don't know prompting, right? You can just click on this button, magic prompt. It'll refine the prompt so you get better results. So say, okay, I like this prompt because there's a NASA logo. I'll select this and again I hit generate and let's see, what kind of results do we get here. You also have an option of keywords here. This is primarily used by artists, photographers, creators, because this will go into depth, what lenses do you want, what is the shot, is it a medium wide shot or a close up shot, okay, what landscape environment do you want. So some of this is very simple also, like this landscape environment, okay,
Hmm.
and this shot size is simple, close up or
Got
far. Lighting, would be a little, say complex. What is here light, soft light? If the people know, then they can get the best output of it.
it. Hmm.
Also, famous artist names are also there. So Greg Rutowski, went viral. There's this game artist, Greg Rutowski, game designer, and his,
Okay.
AI art was, viral on the internet in the last couple of years.
So you can like have your own prompt based on his design.
Yeah. So if you say, if I go and say, let me see, search his name. Okay.
Okay, there's one question which we can address right now. It's from Amit. He asks, what about the recraft model?
Yes.
I think recraft is one of the LLMs. I think so.
No, no. Raycraft is an image model which is very good at producing text on top of images. And
Okay.
as far as soft reviewed question goes, so we'll see, if we can add 1280 by 1720 for Flux Pro, but it's there and Flux Dev because right now I don't think they're on our infrastructure. They are coming through an API. So whatever models we have through our infrastructure, we have these extra options because we can then control them.
Okay, got it. Makes sense.
Yeah. So for example, DALI will never be on our infrastructure, right? Because it's not open source. Flux probably Prakhar can check, if it can be deployed. So DALI even have further limitations here. So yeah. Now if you see the check out the result, right? The quality because I gave it a magic prompt. I used the magic prompt. So alligator on the moon, man on moon alligator. The quality is just better. It just looks better. Also,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
this is good. Just download this image. This is very good. I think you can download these images right now, and then we can even we can make a next post, and then we'll say we did this during the live session.
okay, cool. Yeah, this image is pretty cool. I'll download this. Great.
Yep.
Yeah. So to download an image, you can just click on this button and it'll get downloaded. Now, keywords, we've seen you can add keywords by artist name, etc. Magic prompt we've seen, and negative keywords is basically what you don't want in the image. You specify here, so it will omit, this stuff. Also on the right side, there are a few more options: prompt guidance and quality and details. So prompt
Okay.
guidance is very simple. If you keep it low, AI will say, follow your prompt to 20 to 30%.
Okay.
And 70-80% will use its brain and the output will be more creative. If it's medium, AI will add its own element also. Okay. And it will also take your prompt to 50-50. High is it will follow your prompt to the dot. Okay. And it'll
Okay.
add very less creativity. Similarly, quality and details is a parameter. You know, the default limit is 30. We suggest you do not go below 10 or below or above 40-45. Otherwise, you can get skewed images. The pixels might be, a little here and there and this and that. What it does is basically, if you increase the quality and details, the time will increase proportionally to generate an image. But usually the sharpness, tint, hue, those things will be better. But if you take it too high, you can get, improper images. Similarly, if you go too low,
Hmm.
you might, get again bad outputs.
Makes sense. Yeah, and I think for everyone watching, please take a look at the credits whenever you generate them, because everything, even if you increase the quality of anywhere, more credits are consumed. So please be wary of your credit consumption, because it's a lifetime deal, and if you want more credits, you need to pay monthly. You know that. So please be make sure that you are consuming carefully. Yet you are generating quality, which Kolaba does. So make sure that you are always keeping account. And if you have more question of how the consumption works, do check RocketHub's deal page. We have a table mentioned in which is consumption, how many I think it's been consumed. And if you want more details, our team is here to help you out. For the specifics.
Thank you so much, Karan, for that. So I think we've done with text to image. Now, if you generate an image and if you click on the three dots, you have some options of, one was, I think somebody brought up, you can generate variations here and there. So if I click
Yeah,
on this
correct.
button, generate variation, okay, you can just remove the prompt, okay, and you can select the variations you want, four, and you can click on generate. It will give you variations of this image now. You can also add a prompt if you want, specific changes. It'll give me images which are a little different from this one. And if you click on the dots, you have more options. One is you can copy a shareable link, and cleanup is an editing feature. Image in painting is an editing feature. Upscale is, as the name suggests, cleanup and in painting I'll come to. Upscale is simple, you just enhance the resolution of the image. And background is also an editing feature, which I'll just come to. Till then, this generation is going on. So next, I'll go to image editing and then I'll come to image to image. So image editing
Got it.
basically has these features. Okay, you can right now jump from here as well, but right now we'll go to the image editing section. And if you see, you have again those features: cleanup, image in painting, upscale, replace background, image variation. So let's see the cleanup feature. You can upload any image, either from the history or from your system. Say I take this image and I want to remove this text. Okay, so I select this image, I color this part, and this is the cleanup feature. This is still going on, the image variation. Till then, I open another window. So first was cleanup. The second is in painting. In painting is cleanup is basically you remove certain parts from an image. In painting is you generate something inside an image. Okay. I believe there's some error here. Maybe it's not. I did not try this on the recraft image. Raghar, if you can check this.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't clean up it. Yeah, adds things. It happens
It happens once in a while.
randomly at
So,
times.
probably I'll just take another example of say cleanup. Say, okay, I take this image. Okay, and I'll do a cleanup on this. So 70 to 80% of the times they usually work, but sometimes depending on how the image is built, It, for example, if you try a cleanup on, a light source, it will never work. This is the pattern that I've observed. A cleanup on a light source and image will not work. Going to
Light source, what does that mean? Like, is it
so yeah, so a light source would mean, so this is a light source.
okay,
Okay,
source of light.
so
Okay.
source of light, yeah. So in cleanup, almost never works on, a light source, because it will change the fundamental image, how the lighting is coming in the image.
So any object in the image is preferred.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Maybe, that's why it did not work the last time. Okay, 1 second. I'll just try it once more. Maybe there's a bug again at the back end. 1 second.
Hmm. I think we can move to in painting.
Yeah, we move to in painting. I think there's a bug.
Maybe it's glitching with in painting. I'll say.
It could be. I think, yeah. So going to in painting. So what in painting does is you can, create stuff. So for example, I have this image. I want to change the hair of the image. So I can select the hair. I need to be a little, decent with the selection that I make. And I'll say, okay, black, straight hair, and I'll hit generate. Yeah, I think it's, interfering, there's a bug. The cleanup is interfering with the in painting part. So till then, you just wait for in painting. Now the next feature is very simple. It's called as upscale. You just upload an image. Say I had this image and I want to upscale it. So 2x, 4x, 8x. It'll take more time to upscale as you go higher. So I'll just say 4x for now and I'll hit generate. The pixels will become much better in the image. Yeah. So here, I type black straight here. So it'll depend on, how well you select the areas. Okay. And also obviously on the original image itself. So now
Got it.
going to the image variation we've seen.
Oh,
So
this is
this was,
funny as well.
yeah. So this was image variation. I took this image. I did not give it a prompt, and I have. It's pretty cute, This alligator is ready. Oh, this one is the best. It put it a, it's a mouse face, on an alligator. Yeah. So this, if you see, the image looks very similar, right? The texture, the lighting, and this and that. You can also give it a
Yep.
prompt. Okay. Now, so we've seen image editing. Actually, in painting is pretty cool. This is powered by ideogram, and I was able to do very crazy things with it. This way.
Hmm. Yep.
Cleanup, we'll check this. There's a small bug. I think the API has been mixed up within painting. And then you have image to image. So image to image is essentially, you take an image and then you do something from that image and convert it into something else. So this could be simple things also, or you can create very artistic or very, creative outputs as well. So just taking in as an example, let's take an image. Probably, okay, I'll take this one. Okay. So one is in painting, you can directly use, some standard models, but these are some advanced models of image to image known as Canny, depth and pose control net. So Canny, what Canny control net does is it will take all the images of the photo and it'll add stuff on those, edges, but the structure will remain same. Depth will take the edges and the depth map also, not just the edge map. This will take the depth and the edge map both. Pose will usually keep the pose of the person intact. So for today testing, we'll take Canny control net. And I want to maintain all the edges. So I will increase the strength to the max. So higher values of strength maintain more similarity to the original image. Now let me do a prompt. Ancient Indian architecture, Buddha painting.
So you can, so image to image, basically you start with an image and then you can replace it with another image.
Correct. You
Um,
can do a lot of things, from this image. So let's see,
okay,
I'll just give this,
got
outline.
it.
Let's
Yep.
just wait for it to come. Till then, our image has been upscaled. Okay. How do you check this area of the image? This is, little grainy, right?
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Now check, the upscaled part. This is pretty smooth now.
Hmm.
If you can notice, this part is very smooth now. And I'll go back to the original image. This part is grainy. So this is how, the upscaler works. These control nets are a little advanced. They are a little slow. So we'll wait for this output to come. This is a fun model, illusion diffusion, where you can hide, something into something else. So you can play around with it.
Any plans to add creative upscaler, for example, like Leonardo Ultra?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm looking at, free pick. They have a creative upscaler. So,
Okay. Yeah,
uh,
Flickr
pro-
would be a better
I think they have,
provider for this.
they bought a startup. I forgot its name. They have the best, this creative upscaler on the market. They just bought it,
Nice.
a few months ago. So now
Makes sense.
let's go to this control net, use case, which is amazing. So we use the canny control net, which, as I told, keeps all the edges, of the image intact. And I gave it a prompt: ancient Indian architecture, Buddha painting. So if you
Hmm.
see, right, whatever paintings it found in that same, edges, it replaced with a Buddha painting. Correct?
Okay.
And
Yep.
also it has taken now all the edges of the image and it replaced whatever it found with ancient Indian stuff. Okay, like here, it took the edges, but it converted into a vase how it will be in ancient India. So this is used by architects, a lot to, reimagine different. You can take, a picture of your kitchen and then, you can give it some prompt: futuristic, modern, minimalistic, and it'll create your, kitchen prototype like that.
Makes sense. Hmm.
Yeah. So, and the depth control net, as I said, it'll take also the edges and also the depth. So it works slightly differently. Try it out so that you come to know how it works. Illusion diffusion is a fun model. Image variation, we've seen, you'll have different, variations of the same image.
Got it.
This FluxDev SDXL3, these are again similar text to image models, but they work on image to image as well. So I can also choose FluxDev and give this prompt. Okay, and give me little different results than Canny. So now, till this happens, right now we have speech generator available as well. So that's very simple to use. You can go, you can find voices by your liking, narrative and story, conversational.
Hmm.
Okay, one second.
And
Character
I think
narration.
we had a major question in the speech and voices, which was the usage of 11 labs, standard and premium voices. So can you
So
also
the
clarify
cost is
that
the
one?
same for both.
Okay.
Okay, and we have added 11 labs, premium voices. Okay, so
Hmm.
the one tag of HQ will come here. It's not there right now. So, for example, this is a premium
Okay.
voice,
Got it.
but the tag is not coming. It will just come, in a couple of days. So you can come to know
Okay.
which is
Makes
premium or which is
sense.
not. But we have added premium voices already. So usually
Makes
voices,
sense.
with a large description are all premium voices. And if you listen to the voices, you'll come to know that they're premium because they'll not be monotonous.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is one way. So probably, say I'll go and choose an this is a, you probably cannot listen to my audio right now,
Yeah, but
correct?
we get an idea for
है
sure.
ना?
Yep.
Because I'm sharing my entire screen. So you can
Yep.
click on the button to hear the voice first and then produce content into it. So I'll select this Trussell Dramatic British TV. Okay, I'll choose this, random text. Sorry, yeah, and I can hit generate. Till then, till that is working, I'll explain, what these things mean. Stability will mean, your output is more stable, but it will be more monotonous also then. Okay. So if you want an output, like for example, Prakhar has a comment. So if I keep the stability very high, the, the comment will be read as, yes, we are currently working on making the image studio more powerful, and we will definitely look into that feature. If I keep the stability very low, the text will speech will read it out. Yes, we are working constantly on making the image studio more powerful, and we will definitely. So this is what stability does.
Okay.
Right now, I had generated this audio with zero point 0.5 stability. I'll just share, this tab so that you can hear my audio. Just give me a moment.
Hmm.
Let me know, Karan, if you can hear the audio now.
Assassination attempts, criminal convictions, and a change in political opponent couldn't stop Republican Donald Trump winning the 2024 US election. Trump swept to a decisive victory on Wednesday morning.
I generate the same, output with a very low stability. Okay. Let's see how it sounds. Clarity and
Sure.
similarity enhancement means how similar the voice is to the voice that you have selected. Okay.
Got it.
So let's listen to this now. One second. I just regenerated some. I think it ran through about. Yeah, Russell. I choose 0.2. Also, this one more, option of style exaggeration. This also makes the output less monotonous. So now this is Russell at 0.2.
Assassination attempts, criminal convictions, and a change in political opponent couldn't stop Republican Donald Trump winning. Assassination attempts, criminal convictions, and a change in political opponent couldn't stop Republican Donald Trump winning the 2024 US election. Trump swept to a decisive victory on Wednesday morning.
If you notice, this looks a little more real, right?
Hmm.
Than 0.5.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
also
this looks
increase
more.
the style exaggeration. And I'll hit generate once more. Speaker boost, you let it on default. By default, let
Hmm.
it be on. Yeah. Now it's at a style exaggeration also. Let's see, how the output varies.
Assassination attempts, criminal convictions.
Okay, my bad. The voice was incorrectly selected. One second. Yeah, Russell.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just play it now again.
Assassination attempts, criminal convictions, and a change in political opponent couldn't stop Republican Donald Trump winning the 2024 US election. Trump swept to a decisive victory on Wednesday morning after winning several crucial battleground states.
Now it's even more, you can say does not look AI even,
Yeah, it looks like someone is narrating it,
yeah, exactly.
narrating a web series. It's the
Correct.
background.
So now the thing
Yeah.
is, if you take the style exaggeration too high, right, you might get
Yeah.
artifacts in the voice. Some weird
Got
noises
it.
might come in. So
Yep.
play around
Yep.
with it a bit. Recommend you don't go beyond 0.7. Okay.
Got it.
Clarity and enhancement, you can go as high as you want. Usually for voice cloning purposes, and you generating, voice from us, if you want the specific exact voice, you keep it high. Stability also, you can go till 0.3, will not affect the output, 0.3 to 0.1. So this was the
Makes sense.
speech generator. Now we have, the first feature we are working on is adding video capabilities and workspace capabilities, which will be launched in December. And there are some audio AI humanizer. These things are also, so you can visit our roadmap, public roadmap. I think, Kanu, you might have shared it with the RocketHub community.
Yep. Yep. It's in the quick links as well. So if you're go to the D page, you scroll down, and on the left on the quick links, you see the roadmap, and just hit on it. You would see what the team is working on next.
Awesome.
I think
And
we have a question as well from
yes,
Sawan. He asks, what about text to video feature?
Yes, sir. Someone, so it's launching in December. You can say mid to end December. We have text to video, image to video. Mostly it will be through Runway and Luma Labs.
Got it. Okay.
So I would like to add on the features that we are constantly working, and it's all we have a good in-house team, ML engineers, good front-end engineers, and we are constantly improving with the features and the experience UI UX. So yeah, like every another month, you would be seeing a much better version of the app, and it won't stop. Like we are working to make it very less complex, least complexity, but maximal power. So that's the idea how we're working. That we want to make it very less buttons and things to work around. If you need, they'll be there, but out of the box, it'll be working superbly.
Got it. And I mean, I think this is like off the runway, but if you can also get people to know about the team at Qolaba and so then they know how many people are actually
Yeah,
dedicated to working for it.
yeah. Like so, currently the team's all in India. I started this company when I was in the US. It was 2022 early. I started this company with my partner and CEO Akash Jain, and we have been working together for past 10 years. We started our first company when we were 22 or 10 years ago, and it was into e-commerce in the automotive space. 3 years, very young guys, naive guys, we couldn't scale it. So 2015 to 2017, we ran it. Then I went to the US, did my master's in AI, worked as an ML engineer. Yeah, did a lot of software thing there. And same with Akash, he went into other ventures. And then 2022, me and Akash, we started building on this idea. And similarly, we have Samarth Gupta here. He's also multi. He has founded couple companies. We actually worked on a project very same time, 2021, mid to late. It was another uh, venture into talent management and talent resource. So we had a tech platform where we were doing 200,000 job roles, scraping from the internet and then trying to make use of it. And yeah, like we worked on it for around 11, 12 months. And then yeah, it was the same time I was also working on Kolaba. And yeah, like I just yeah, all my interest attention was going to Kolaba, and eventually I took my exit from there, and Sam continued for a while. So Sam is the CEO, co-founder. Then we have Harshal Jan, another co-founder. He joined us very 3 months ago. He has worked with Sony. He has worked with Discovery. Many he's launched OTT platforms on Hotstar, Disney. He has worked on the same team, released some footage, some shows over there. So he has a lot of experience in the marketing space. And yeah, like we have a team of 8 engineers from Boeing and engineers from Microsoft. Yeah, I did and yeah, across domains, and it's all in house. We have all full-time employees, a few interns. Yeah, all the code is in-house proprietary. We're not just using LangChain Llama Index, quickly shoving up things. We have complete control over our stack, from every token, every agent. We have all the observability, what's happening, what's going wrong. So yeah, we want to protect our user data as well. We are working on that more and more so that we send less, we send more encrypted data, reduce the personal information sent to the OpenAI APIs or Cloud APIs. We're working on those masking and guardrails if you're copy pasting your direct data. And yeah, our CEO, as I said, multiple, he has been an entrepreneur all his life. Then, yeah, we have another co-founder. He's the CPO of the company. He has built $3 billion companies. That's Unacademy, that's Imbibe, and Physics Wala. These are the top edtech companies in India. He has built
Oh man.
$3 billion journeys with them. And he is a very famous physics professor. He's just 32, 33, and he is an ex-IAS officer as well, one of the hardest civil engineering exam. He did
An
that for eight
IAS
months.
officer is somebody who's the highest position in India in terms of administrative role.
Civil
So
services in
even
India.
bigger than, you can say state ministers, chief
Glad I
ministers of
connected
state.
with you guys then. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
so he,
I wasn't aware that we have like such big celebrities,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Again, from ISC Bangalore is one of the world's best engineering college. Like ISRO scientists, they come from ISC. IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay professors, they come from ISC. So he did it ISC from Bangalore, very renowned. Hardly people know it because the intake is 15 per year. That's it, 15, 20 in a year across lakhs of students. So
Wow.
getting into ISC, yeah, that's it. I think only college that is, releasing all the ISRO scientists. And then, yeah, we have a whole engineering team, as I said, 8 people there, then amazing product people, and yeah, marketing, product sales. We have a good sales team as well. Currently, we are working directly with Amazon India, uh, with our image tooling, image capabilities, as it's all in house. We are doing this AI photography for Amazon sellers in the US. Right? They have very mundane, boring dress images with just one model, plain background. They want to have n number of models, n number of backgrounds, different ethnicities wearing the garment. So yeah, like we are working with many Amazon sellers. We are working with education sector, how to improve the assessment, the learning of students. Yeah, so that's our, yeah, all the how we are engaging with the enterprises given the team we have.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Harshal, what do you have to say, man, about what you saw right now on the app? How often do you use Qolaba, by the way? You're on mute if you're speaking.
I actually, my interaction with AI has been so interesting and so
Yeah,
insightful.
yeah,
I've worked with FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, for
yeah.
almost 5 years in the beginning of my career. Moved on to a new age technology, new age media, which is television channels and then production houses. I worked with Sony for 5 years, Discovery, Z, Entertain, Shimaru, launched some 7 odd TV channels in the span of 5 years, and worked with a lot of new age technology as a consultant also. Last year I started a comic book studio, and this was my advent into AI, wherein I only had like a day to spin around 12 different creatives, which were basically titles in a comic format for the defense industry, Army, Navy, Air Force.
Yep, yep, yep.
And I had to scale this up to almost 4 feet by 4 feet each, 12 posters, and basically put up the entire stall overnight. And I checked with a lot of illustrators that work with me, and they weren't able to do it. They said it's too less amount of time, and we really can't do it. And that's
We
when I
used
just went.
AI.
I used AI. I started 7 o'clock in the evening. By 9 o'clock, I was ready with 12 fantastic images. I went to the printer in the next half an hour. I got them printed, and this event was in Pune. And I took the prints in half an hour. And 10 o'clock, I left Bombay. 12:31, I reached Pune, and the stall was up by the next day morning. And I was astonished, and I was like, if I can do this and my illustrators can't do this in this short amount of time, and I can achieve it through AI, imagine the possibilities of me creating content with artificial intelligence, getting feedback, creating storyboards. Because we make a lot of storyboards for films. I worked with Hollywood and Bollywood production houses. I've created character development for animated characters for Hollywood. There's a production house called Cane Paper Productions, which I've worked very closely with. If there's a lot of people from India, there's a movie called Gadar 2 I made a comic for. For the income tax department, I've done 10 comics in 12 languages. Uh, so much work. But with AI, it becomes so faster, more refined, and the entire loop of creation closes so fast, and there's so much we can do.
Yeah,
And leave alone that, I've seen so many case studies outside. I teach at a university, and I see how students are adopting to AI, both in good and bad ways right now. But if the intent is right and you're a fantastic prompt engineer, I think that's what people need to learn, and that's what Kolaba also has done. It's given this feature called Magic Prompt.
yeah.
There's something called as negative prompt. there is something which is very popular right now, and we're soon going to get it. It's also going to for schools and colleges specifically. It's also called reverse prompt. What is reverse prompt now? So reverse prompt for all the users over here is a technology wherein if you tell the dashboard, the tool, that I want to learn a concept which is, say, the story brand framework by Donald Miller. Now that framework, that book is 200 pages. You'll take almost like 2 3 days. If you read at my speed, you'll take more than 10 days to read it. And then to give examples out and stuff, it'll take a lot of time. But in the
Got it.
reverse prompt session here, the AI tool will tell you and ask you questions as to how do you go about doing this. Then what is the next step? Then it'll give you an exercise to do. Then it'll tell you give a prompt and create a brand script. Then it'll tell you create examples for this, and then it'll give you examples and set a paper for you to do, and you've learned the model over there. How do you decode the framework? And you can learn the entire thing in a span of, like, say, an hour or two. A book which takes 10 days to read and decode, it teaches you the entire concept within an hour. And that's fantastic. That's you leveling up so fast. If I want to create a brand architecture for my company, and because most of the people here are CEOs and founders, I saw a comment over here. It was by a CEO. And if you want to create the positioning of your company, if you want to create a brand architecture, it becomes so fast. If there's a reverse prompt over here wherein you go out and say that I want to create a reverse prompt, why don't you take me through the concept, ask me the right questions, and I'll give you an answer, and it'll create a vision statement, mission statement, a brand architecture, the positioning statement, the ICPs, everything for me by asking me questions, because I'm the best person to know what is my product, how do I decode it, you know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is my ICP. So I just have to give it clues, and it'll go about doing it for me. And it's foolproof now, because I can refine it right there and put it out there in presentations. I don't need a marketing consultant now.
Hmm. Correct.
So
Yeah.
these are use cases for people who are like creators, people who are consultants, people who are freelancers, businesses, startups. There's so many use cases. Each person you ask, he'll have a different use case for it. The stall that I had gone to,
Correct.
I had a farmer come to my stall, and he said, "Sir, ye kya kar rahe ho? What is it that you're doing over here?" I said, "I'm selling
Mm-hmm.
comics over here." And he came up to
Mm-hmm.
me and said, "Why do you need illustrators, and why are you charging people so much? You can do this on AI." And I was shocked. He actually opened ChatGPT on his phone and he told me, "Dekho yahan pe I'm giving a story, I'm giving an example." And he gave a prompt in front of me, and he had a story in text ready. And I said, this is still raw right now. You can get a story, but you need to refine it. You also need to generate images which are in continuity. And that is something which is there right now, but will take time to get refined further. But that
Hmm.
is what is surprising, a person from a rural area coming up to me, showing his mobile and saying that I've done this, and he's doing it for free. And that is the level of
Hmm.
awareness artificial intelligence has penetrated. If internet took you 10 years to get adapted to, or 20 years to basically penetrate to the rural heartland of India, AI, in a span of like 2 years, it's gone to the last mile consumer, and they are in the form of access. Everybody wants to be a part of it, everybody wants to use its benefit. They either want to get access, they either want to grow, or they want to create and invent. These are the three things that they want to do. And luckily, over here, with our expertise, we've been able to cater to all these three. We have a small section which is run by interns wherein we create social media solutions by generating AI related videos, which we actually related some uh, 15 videos for 1 month's content on YouTube for a doctor who's basically a gut expert. And we created characters, music, melodies, rhythms, lyrics,
Hmm.
animation
Hmm. Okay.
related to fruits and vegetables with their vitamins, minerals, and benefits in a 1 minute span for children to look at. And
So
we
Oh wow.
created this content
I'll
within
share you
three,
those
2 to 3 hours.
videos.
Yeah.
So in those videos, so the song is created by AI. The images in the video are created by AI using our tool only. Okay. Then we went to Suno to actually create the song, and we just took the song and the images generated into CapCut, and the video was ready in couple of hours. A
Oh.
full blown animation.
The
So
response, yeah.
on our backend system, we have a video avatar also. It will be launched soon. So the video avatar was also generated through the system. So video avatar, okay, the lyrics of the song. Only we use Suno to produce the actual song, and on CapCut images was also produced during using the studio and then just taken to CapCut and worked on it by editor. I'll share those videos with you. So these are
Got
actually,
it.
use cases of AI.
Yeah, I
So
think if you
people,
can share, that will help
sure,
people actually see the output, which is what you can do with Kolaba and
yeah.
kind of what is
Absolutely.
possible. And I have one more idea because a lot of the audience in Rocket Hub are agency owners. So let me know if this is possible.
Sam, you can
Agency
go on.
owners,
Pardon?
You can just quickly just show a few seconds of the video by screen share.
Yeah, sure.
oh
Just
yeah,
give me a
sure,
minute.
sure, sure, sure.
Karan, were you saying something else also?
Oh yeah, I just had a question about, let's say, a use case for agency owners, right? Because many people have clients
So
they're
yeah,
working
let's
for.
go for a use
So a
case for
use case
agency
for
owners.
agency owners would be fantastic when they actually
Yeah,
use it for marketing purposes, generating
yeah,
SEO, generating
yeah,
copy, thought
correct.
generation. A friend of mine basically works in a OTT audio platform, and she tells me she uses Kolaba to generate scenes that she wants to write. Different
Correct.
scenes with settings and stuff. My friends who basically work in agencies, they use it to generate copy and different marketing strategies and examples of how it can be implemented on different mediums,
Mm.
traditional versus online mediums and stuff. So these are few of the examples which are there. Generating prototype, generating reference images. If I want to create a poster, how would the poster look? Because what usually art directors do is they purchase images from Shutterstock, they mash it up and create a poster. Here it's so fast that he doesn't have to spend 3 hours doing that now. He can just give a prompt and he can have a reference image for television, for selling a soap, selling a AI tool, generating ICPs, ideal consumer personas. Sam, we worked on an ideal consumer persona project, right? How much time did we take to generate 30 different ICPs?
Correct.
Approximately less than 15 minutes.
So just to give you, so basically what Harshal is referring to is, so if you go to the platform and see the assistants, right? All the
Mm-hmm.
images that the assistants have. Okay, I went to O1 preview. Okay, first obviously I created a prompt. I added some files to fine tune the assistant. Now we needed images also for those assistants. So I used
Yeah,
O1 preview to create prompts for to create image prompt for those 30 assistants depending on the actual prompt that it's a content creator. Then O1 preview created those image prompts. We went into Flux Pro and we both finished 30 images in 1 hour. We choose two images per prompt so that if one image we like or don't like, but AI has gotten such a level, it was flawless and we were done. Because
that's
Karan, like
nice.
right, our launch was for 24th, then it became 20th, then it became 18th. Yeah, so we had
Yeah,
to push in the yeah. So
yeah,
I'll just take soft
got
return
it.
answers. So
Yep,
this
go ahead.
though we are working on already to combine the API credits and the this a lot of people have come for this request. So that I had a talk with Prakhar. That is simple to do, and this will be launching soon. BYOK is not that simple to do, so we are having internal discussions on how and
Correct,
when we can launch that. But this
correct.
one, am I right, Prakhar? You said API credits are easy to
Yes, yes, for sure. We're trying to, yeah, you can use your credits
any
either
ways.
ways, but yeah, we're working on it. We're seeing because currently they are two separate platforms. So yeah, we're trying to combine them. And regarding the question about reverse prompting, so we are experimenting a lot with it. And like the assistants we have, we are gonna give an option to generate such prompts that ask these questions from the user. And yeah, we're gonna add it as a toggle, as an option with create agents within assistants very soon. But yeah, currently we cannot yeah, demo it. But yeah, we'll be releasing it
Makes sense.
by this year. Yeah.
So I've just shared my screen for the videos we made for a doctor who wants to promote children and parents to have healthy fruits and vegetables. So
Okay,
again, the whole song lyrics of the song were prepared using Colaba, using
okay.
Claude and GPT-4. The
Mm-hmm.
images in the 90% of the images in the video were prepared, and also
Okay.
a guidance script for the video editor was prepared also using Colaba. So the she went she had the lyrics. Okay,
Yeah.
also in the lyrics it was also written what all keywords to add in Suno to get the right song in the quickest way
Okay.
possible. So
Mm-hmm.
she got the song from Suno, took the images from Kolava, went to CapCut and made this video in say 2 to 3 hours. So I'll just play this video now.
Yep.
I don't think the audio is audible, huh?
Audio
No,
is not
no,
audible.
No.
no.
Just give me a moment.
Yep.
While Sam fixes this, I'll also like to share that we are developing a lot of customized business solutions for business owners. So, if a
Hmm.
business owner, I'll tell you, a steel industry person had come to us for
Okay.
solving a logistical issue with AI. We
Okay.
actually have developed a product for furniture manufacturers wherein they can design furniture with one single click within 30 seconds. And we actually gave a demo on the ground. This is accessibility. We gave demo to stores which were like 200, 300 square feet stores which sold furniture and take made to order orders from people. I'll show you some of the images after Samar shares this video. Why am I saying this is because if there are a lot of CEOs over here or business owners over here who would basically want a customized solution, want a customized dashboard, this is something
Mm-hmm.
that we can do for them. Yeah, yeah, Sam.
Got it.
Yeah, let's see, if the audio comes, else we'll just share the link. Is the audio coming, Karan, now?
Just play it once again.
Yeah. Okay, I think my internet.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll share the links. I think I've just shared this window only, but it
Yeah,
happens on
sure.
Google.
Yeah, sure. We can share it with the community, and let them know that how this was made. You guys can share the notes of how this was made, and so
I
community
will
knows
share,
actually
and
what's the
some
output.
cool. Also, I just wanted to share one thing.
Yeah.
Just to matlab, it's very difficult to articulate the impact of AI, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I volunteered with Isha Foundation, and I taught ChatGPT and basic AI tooling to around 200 people in the year of 23. There,
Oh, nice.
okay, yeah. So the numbers that that the value that AI brings is staggering. So I'll just show it to you. 1 second. I've made
Yep.
a small presentation. It's a very small presentation. So, if you guys don't know, Isha Foundation is one of the biggest, non-profit organizations in the world, founded by Sadhguru, and they mainly offer yoga programs and do environmental initiatives. So, in
Okay.
22 23, they did a program known as the Safe Soil Movement. It was the one of the biggest human movements, on the planet. It covered around 4
Mm-hmm.
billion people.
4 billion people.
So my point is, this is one of the largest non-profit organizations, and
That's
I taught.
half of Earth, by the way.
Yeah. Matlab,
Oh,
they were able to reach out and raise awareness about soil.
oh, okay.
So
That's interesting.
now, I as I was telling you, so basically, 200 people I reached out and taught AI tools. Okay,
Okay.
we took an average. If an average person saves 15 minutes per day, because somebody will say 1 hour, somebody will say 2 hours, somebody might not even use it, right? Even if in that organization 15 minutes is saved per day, the person saves around 91 hours a year. Okay,
Makes
and
sense.
yeah, and matlab, the numbers are so staggering. I just rechecked the math once, right? Again, because when I
Mm.
move to the next numbers, then you'll come to know why I did this. So it's 91.25 hours, right? Okay,
Yeah.
then say 200 people, total annual time saved for 200 people is 18,200 hours, and total weeks saved per year for 200 people is 108 weeks. In one sense, the organization is 2 years more into the future now. 2 years have been saved, if people. And now this has actually been verified. It has created a ripple effect.
Mm.
I taught this to their Coimbatore ashram center people in Coimbatore, which is around 3,000
Okay.
people. So
Okay.
now, because I taught 200 people, they will go and talk about AI to other people, right? So the
Mm,
whole
yeah.
organization is now become fully tech oriented. They want to use. Now requirements keep coming to me. Okay, we want a meeting note
Okay.
taker, we want this, we want that. I say, Abhi, I have less time, to work and
Yeah.
this and that. The only, so you see 2 years has been kind of saved. So
Mm.
that is the kind
Mm.
of impact AI is bringing to organizations, and that is why one of, at least our chief motives was to give this power to organizations. If somebody even just uses ChatGPT, say in an
Mm-hmm.
organization there are 200 people, 100 people also start using ChatGPT on a daily basis. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
the kind of impact and productivity, it'll take,
Yeah.
to that
Yeah. I can
organization.
imagine. Yeah.
And this is like a real
Makes
case
sense.
study,
Makes
showing
sense.
that. And they
Cool.
also
Yeah,
now
that's
use
that's good.
Qolaba, and they also now use Qolaba internally.
Oh, Isha Foundation uses
Yeah,
Qolaba.
yeah, yeah. They mainly
That's
use it
big.
for, some people use the free version. Their translation department is also using the paid version to translate content
Okay.
into multiple languages.
Well, that's nice. I think we should even mention that because yeah, this is a big credibility point.
Okay, great.
Um,
Thanks for letting that
cool.
know.
Cool. I think yeah, we have two questions. After that, I think we even get you guys go because it's late. We
So
wrap
I
up.
think we've covered these questions.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you covered these two.
Yeah, reverse prompt Prakhar covered, and about the unifying credits also we've covered
Oh,
it.
cool. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's
Yes.
good, folks. What I would ask you guys is to like tell what's going to happen with Kolaba in the next 1 year. If you can just summarize, what are you guys next working on, and then we will ask. Okay, so everyone watching this and will watch in the future the recording. If you have any questions, please do add right now. The team is here to answer all of them. And in future, when we go to the YouTube, you will have comments. So just put your comments over there. If possible, the team will reply over there as well. So yeah, ask all your questions right now before we wrap up. But yeah, I think let's stages for you guys to let us know what's next in Kolaba for 1 year. What are you guys working on?
Yeah. So yeah, like so we have a Cloud roadmap, which is shared on the RocketHub page, right? And by 1 year, the idea is to, just make it whatever thing you want to do. Search, research, generate content, or generate multimodal content, maybe text and images and video in a unified sense. Like you just come, there's a prompt box, you say through mic or typing, you need to create a video script, you need to create a newsletter. These combined multimodal features to actually generate the final output. So that is where we are moving towards. Yes, we are releasing features like you'll be able to share chat. Once the chat is shared, you'll be able to import that chat within your own chat and continue that chat, right? The current things will keep on improving, but overall, how do we make use of all these different formats and modalities that are available and like make it really powerful out of the box, right? So that's where we are working on bringing this tool calling functionality. If the agents can call any tool on their own given what you type. So this is where we are working from the back end, and to generate entire documents, entire PDFs, entire PPTs, that is entire video clips, by bringing this all together. That's where we are moving.
Hmm. Makes sense. And we'll just go through a quick, rapid fire round with the questions, and you can just answer it right how you want to answer it. Because there were many questions on the deal page and even on the groups that we can quickly cover them. So number one was about the API. What do you guys have in mind about the API? Because
Yeah, for sure.
and
We are
RAG as
thinking,
well.
yeah, we are definitely thinking about how you can migrate your credits, use the same credits within the API platform as well. Yes, currently they are two separate systems. Uh, but yeah, it makes sense. We hear our users, and yeah, it should be usable, and we are working towards it. Give us a few weeks. By this
Hmm.
year end, we are planning to get them combined.
Got it. Next was about the scrolling, right? So
Yeah.
Nafion from the community had this question. Um, can the AI agents in Kolaba visit websites, not just one URL or page, automatically and gather information based on instructions?
Right. As as Sam demonstrated, we have a option to scrape data from a single URL, whatever is there on that URL. Then there
Okay.
is another thing called as crawling. You just
Yeah.
enter a domain, it's gonna find all the sublinks within that page, and it's gonna find information from that as well. So yeah,
Hmm.
we'll add a crawling feature as well. Yeah, if a lot of traction is there around that feature, we'll definitely release it. It's the thing, it takes a time to crawl everything. Once you've given, hey, I want to crawl certain URL, right, some domain, then yeah, the time would be 5-10 minutes. So how to manage it, how to keep it in the background, so those things. But if there's enough demand, we'll definitely add crawling as well.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, crawling will give you a good advantage over others. Because that's
Yeah,
something where you go deep, and many of the people they would like to crawl the whole websites. The information like growth hackers they would like to do it. If they would
yeah,
like to personalize things in their
yeah,
outreach, they would get to know more about, let's say, the about us section of a website. They would like to crawl it, have the information, put it in, let's say, a workflow with, let's say, any outreach tool, do the outreach, get the results.
yeah.
Just thinking about a bigger use case.
Yep.
Right?
Competition analysis, multiple research
Yeah.
topics, right? Just put it all there
So
for
you can then
sure.
integrate with one of the tools called Clay, CLAY. Clay is basically the enrichment tool for database, right? So it's if you have any information about a user, so that information is not available publicly, but on the about us page, the thing which you don't find very easily, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, makes sense. Got it.
yeah, cool. So there's a interesting question. I think yeah, and get done with those questions because it's already out there, and you guys can take a look. But these were two questions which I think were important to answer. Um, and yeah, okay, this is interesting. Can each of you share one reason why we should buy this tool? Different answers for each piece.
I've
Yeah,
actually driven
it's a
to
good one.
empower was yeah driven to empower the guy who asked the question. He also asked a question before this when I talked about reverse prompts, saying that can
Yeah,
you give me an example of how reverse prompt works? So
yeah.
in response to his question, the next question of why should he buy it, I have actually given him a reverse prompt here. So I'm a human AI for him right now. I'm a bot who's actually giving a reverse prompt. So I've asked him three things. Do you want to access AI in some form or the other? Do you want to learn and learn, or do something with AI? Do you
Yeah.
want to get empowered, grow, increase productivity, or reduce costs? Or do you want to create or innovate? What do you want to do? So if you give an answer to that, I'll tell you why you need to buy Kolaba.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay, wait. In the meanwhile, Harshal waits for the answer. And anyone else, Prakhar?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me was, doing something you couldn't do before. Generate your own banners, generate graphics, write a story, or, just think more creatively. Before AI, I couldn't use Photoshop. I wasn't a writer per se, right? This power to me was the actual driving factor, what started, this company. Like, this is too much power for every individual. Like, this is completely new game, how you think about things. The creative blocker, sometimes, you just don't want to think about something. There's a lot happening, but you can just come to a tool, say you want to do a PhD project, or you want to write a blockchain code or whatever, right? You just can't even begin with that creative blocker. It just solves right there. Like, you just start chatting with one of the LLMs, and then, you just get those ideas, and quickly, then our work starts. We want to get the work done right there. This is what I've been thinking about this product, right? You come to the platform, you have something in mind, within 5 minutes, your work should be done. Your project report, your presentation, your video recording, whatever is it, that end product, that's where we're moving towards. And yeah, this is for me the most important thing,
So
getting to do a lot of things.
there's a very interesting concept. Kunal Shah came up with it. Kunal Shah is the founder of Cred. It's a $1 billion startup in India in Bangalore, and
Yeah, if
he
you'd like to explain what CRED does, because we have audience from North America, so
sure.
explain what CRED
So
does.
Cred is a finance-based platform wherein people use it to pay credit card bills. They also now have a base of people who are high net worth individuals with a good credit rating, wherein they
Got it.
also have a shopping platform. So he came
Hmm.
up with a very interesting concept called Delta 4. Now, the
Okay.
Delta 4 concept applies to AI so well, and I am an example of that. I give you my comic book example over here. I'll tell you what is Delta 4. The uh, score that you will give on a scale of 1 to 10 of doing something or doing some work, um, you rate. So, for example, before Uber, you actually had to stand in the sun or the rain or snow. You raise your hand and you had to actually wave to the taxi saying that, can you just stop? How would you
Or
rate this
whistle,
experience? Yeah,
or whistle.
or whistle. Yeah, or share it with someone. How would you rate this experience? Or tip the guy extra to stop? How much would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? Yeah, Karan, if you can answer that experience.
About
Versus the
before Uber.
before, yes.
Not a lot.
Say a two or
Six.
three, yeah,
Yeah, five.
and
Five is fine.
exactly. And now to get a personal vehicle which is air conditioned, especially in the tropical region, coming to your doorstep in the span of 5 to 10 minutes minimum,
Yeah.
3 to 5 minutes, and you have a competitive rate compared to auto rickshaws also. Yeah, how much would
Yeah.
you rate that
Oh,
experience on a scale of 1 to 10?
I always give 8 or 9 right now because
Absolutely. So
experience is
yeah,
good.
so the gap between 2 or 3 to 8 is approximately 6 or 5 points. Now, delta 4 theory says that if the experience is 40% better, that means the gap is 4 between the earlier experience, the current experience. There are three crucial behaviors that take place in the uh, customer's mindset. The first one is basically it's irreversible habit that you form. Now you'll never go back to doing the things that you did in the earlier fashion. The second thing is you'll be more tolerable. The first guy cancels you in Uber, the second guy cancels you, you'll still wait and you'll book a Premier. But you'll not basically go down to stand in the sun or rain to book a cab. And the third thing that happens is you'll go about bragging about it to everyone. And you saw an example of it over here. I was bragging about how I had a cheat code and I actually created banners for my comic stall over here. So I was bragging about it. I never went back. Like I take on projects only, which are very very crucial. And the third thing is I tolerate mistakes of AI. If it doesn't perform well for once or twice, I try a new tool. I try how can I do it better, or I try solving it. So that is exactly what Kolaba has done. For the people who, like, for example, Driven to Empower gave an example over here saying that he wants to get empowered and create and innovate.
Hmm.
If he
Hmm.
uses Kolaba with these credits, he'll basically hit Delta 4. He'll start doing things which are 40% better minimum. With AI, they definitely go up by 80-90%, but he'll do it 40% better. And what we've also done is we are not only a AI platform, we are a platform which caters to so many use cases. We're not just a chatbot, we're not just an image generator, we're not just a speech generator. We have so many use cases that are built on top of one another that the delta over here is more than 5 6.
Got it. Oh yeah, pretty
From
interesting
like yeah,
perspective.
yeah, like for example, you go about and subscribe to ChatGPT, pay 2,000 rupees a year, 2,000 rupees a month, pay
Yeah.
1,500 rupees for a DALI, pay another 2,000 rupees for an 11 labs. Now you have 4,500, 5,000 rupees invested, and
Yeah.
you have to remember passwords, you have to remember everything. Here you come onto this dashboard once and you pay 799 rupees a month, or you take a lifetime deal and you have all of them at your service for a life.
Hmm.
Isn't it delta 4? Isn't it 40%
It
better?
is.
It definitely is, right? So if you take
Yeah.
this is how your behavior will change. You'll go about bragging
Hmm.
this to people. You'll
Hmm.
basically not, you'll tolerate some of our mistakes also, and your behavior will be irreversible. You'll not reverse. Once you come with us, the next time you want to go and subscribe to a say a Llama or a Gemini or a Chat GPT or a DALI or a Stable Diffusion or a Flux Pro, and you have to pay that high amount of fee, you'll come back to Kolaba and say, you know what, I'll pay lesser amount of money for 15 more tools, and your behavior will get irreplaceable.
That's amazing. Yeah, the very nice perspective. I think I've never heard um, anyone like giving this perspective of tool and how it can be useful.
Welcome,
Good.
man.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, Samarth, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I have the same
How would you apply Qolaba while playing Counter Strike?
no, no. So
I
Prakhar
think
was
he'll code Counter
Yeah.
Strike now. He'll code his own game, I think.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so coming to that, matlab, Kolaba does not do it. We're working on adding artifacts. So I was experimenting with Versal V0 Dev. I could create 2D and 3D physics animation since we work with some edtech companies as well. So it can create, full 2D or 3D animation, say a pendulum motion with all the
Yeah.
forces mentioned in that. So Prakhar is working on, that also to adding a kind of a artifacts or a canvas space, like
Yeah.
Claude has. So then you can type in and then probably we can develop games also on Kulava.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I think if you develop games,
Yeah.
then
So, I would like to answer driven to empower's question. So, Harshal and Prakhar have covered
yeah,
some bits, right? So, now
yeah,
the thing is, obviously, we are kind of moving in a direction of a chatbot like Claude and ChatGPT itself, which will take multiple
yeah,
data inputs, audio, image, text, audio, also output them. Okay. But the
yeah,
thing is,
mm,
we will be kind of, platform independent because ChatGPT will not add Claude models. Claude cannot add ChatGPT models, right? Right.
yep,
But on Kolaba, you will have all the models from all the best industry available. Also, we have the in-house capability of fine-tuning open source models as well. So we are not even locked out if say these people say, okay, we are not giving you support anymore. We can always so like image models, we already have fine-tuned image models. Similarly, like the NVIDIA Nemotron is based on the open source Llama, right? And it
okay,
performs equivalent to GPT-4o and Claude Sonnet, right?
yeah, yeah,
So in that way also, people are safeguarded when they come to us,
mm,
and obviously they
that's
get
awesome.
all the best from the industry, like say Runway you want, right? Say Runway is a great tool, right? But you just need it for text to video generation. You don't need any other feature of
Mm,
Runway, right?
mm,
So then
mm, mm.
Kolaba will have Runway next month. You can generate video content, and again in the same dashboard, because this, see, I handle operations at my company. In the previous startups also, I was in the CEO position only, right? So managing subscriptions is such a hassle that it's so difficult to keep track. And as you're a growing organization, you cannot take a separate tool to manage subscriptions because these SaaS subscription management tools are very expensive. They are
Yeah,
good for enterprise grade, but smaller companies cannot keep a track of. So that is a great value add. You don't need multiple subscriptions, right? You don't
mm.
need to worry about managing them.
That's what we have even kept on RocketHub Steel page. One app, one subscription, one payment, which is
Absolutely, we loved
which
the landing
the
page you
which
made for us.
kind of has the main objective for people, which is to not log in into OpenAI, to not log in into Mistral, any Flux, not log in anywhere. Just have one login. That's it.
Yeah, again, and the same applies to APIs as well. For example, you're an organization, okay? You need an API of Cloud, also you need an API of GPT, Mistral, etc. Now you'll go to five different vendors, buy their APIs, and then you'll manage those, accounts. Again, it's a big
Yeah,
hassle. Now you come to Kolaba, within a single
yep,
API, you'll get all those five APIs also.
correct.
So
Makes
I'm
sense.
working with matlab Isha Foundation is working. So right now they're using the translation team is using our platform
Mm,
directly, but now
mm,
they're switching slowly building their own in-house platform, and then they'll use the Kolaba API instead of dealing with OpenAI, Claude, Mistral to for the APIs. They will use the Kolaba API. It will be
mm. So that will be a
one
good
API
another
with.
revenue source for you as well.
Exactly, and this is a good thing to actually combine them also. So it's really simple,
Yeah,
kind of for us also to manage, and people can also get
awesome,
more value out of it.
I tell you, one of
awesome.
the fantastic use cases that I have come across is I gave it to this college called
Mm-hmm.
Atlas Caltech University, and the students were there. They are students from multiple faculties and backgrounds and stuff. They have management, design, engineering students over there. Over 10,000 students, and when we gave them this platform, they were really surprised because they didn't know multimodal existed. And each student used to buy different subscriptions earlier, and we gave access to the college ID, and
Yeah,
that worked
yeah.
so well for the students who were there. And I think
Okay.
it's so inspiring for the students that something like this exists, especially in a country like India, wherein people want it for cheap. People can't
Yeah,
afford to pay
correct.
2,000. That's like 25,000 rupees on a yearly basis. The average per capita income in India is less than 15 odd thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if more than half the population earns below 15,000, how can they pay for one tool 25,000 a year? Just imagine in AI. So
Oh,
that's
that's
that's the
awesome.
core problem. Yeah, that's the core problem that we are solving, and you are solving even further, because at a lifetime deal level, this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal.
Correct.
That guy who's
Yep.
earning whatever he's earning, say in a span of 2 months, he can use it for a lifetime. AI, all these tools, image generation, speech generation, text generation, correct. And on the other
Correct.
hand, if he doesn't do it, he can actually use it for his kids. He can who are getting educated in good schools. So this is actually a great example of accessibility that Rocket Hub provides people, and I'm such a big fan of Rocket Hub for that reason, because Rocket Hub not only gives you access to these deals, but it also gives you an opportunity to use it for lifetime. So you can
Yeah.
come back after a year, you can come back after 2 years if you have a use case. You can give it to your team, you can give it to your family members. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. And that's why even like when we work with founders, we tell them this, okay, consider lifetime deal as a growth hack, which means you're doing it once and then you move on to your journey, right? Because and we are advisors, right? We are made to advise software products. We do it, we received this year 1,000 applications to launch on RocketHub and we selected only 45. It's like the IIT selection, right? Because you have to go through multiple checks
No,
points.
I think we both are doing a great job by giving these tools at an accessible price to people. I think it's a,
Yep,
it's a great service that we are doing to people
correct,
from all fronts. Because imagine a person can actually earn 2x 3x just by using these tools for a minimal cost of, say, $1,000 a month, or at lifetime deals, just say 2 to 5,000, 10,000 rupees for a lifetime
correct,
deal. That comes
correct,
lower than 100 rupees a month, in reality.
correct.
So it's a great
And that's
service.
why the use case which I mentioned about people, let's say, who are agency owners, let's say, or people who don't even have an agency. You can start an agency and do everything with Qolaba itself, right? Let's say
Exactly.
if you have to write do copywriting, okay, you have the chatbot thing. If you have to, let's say, generate images, social media marketing, right? Or just generating images for social media, just do it from here, right? Then you can do that. That's where the world is going, right? So yeah,
Absolutely. So
awesome, awesome. Yeah, Arshad, go ahead. You're saying something.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that new age business models are getting developed because of AI.
Yeah,
Like these business models did not exist before; they're getting developed
correct.
now. That
Yeah,
creates so much employment,
yeah,
and it supports the startup ecosystem.
correct. All right. Awesome. So yeah, I think it was a great session. 2 hours. We 2 hours spent a lot of discussion about AI. So this video recording is going to go to a lot of people. We're going to share it across to everyone, so they will repeat it to people who couldn't join today. And many people, like 95%, they make sure that they watch it on their own time. But yeah, we have shared a lot about Qolaba, your journey, stuff like that. So again, thank you guys for coming in. It's great for you. So just go and have a good sleep. Thank you again for taking out your precious 2 hours of for joining Rocket Up's community webinar and addressing the whole community, sharing your journey. And yeah, it was lovely having you folks.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Gaurav.
same
It
here.
was my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you,
Thank
All
guys.
you.
right, all right, folks. So we see you soon.
Bye
All the
bye.
questions now to be redirected to our main community, the group where we are talking about, and you can even leave comments on this YouTube stream when it will
Okay.
upload it.
Yep.
So yeah, go ahead. And if you have any questions, just drop
Yeah.
in, and then we'll see you later.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Oh,
Have,
all right,
have a
folks.
great evening. Bye bye.
Thank you.
All right.